nice rear cow coming out in 6th place. Congratulations.
In the Ayrshire ring, our first place bred known for the summer yearling class is entry 312. Placing second was 304, Elmo Robinson's Bumblebee, exhibited by Peter Vale. And our winning entry and winning junior was entry 314, MS Kaboom's Kiki, exhibited by Brady McConnell. 314, I'm sorry.
Another nice class in the summer yearling Ayrshire ring here. Starting out with having that kind of a pair of heifers that come to the top pretty handily for me. This full age heifer, she's got a little bit more length and extension to her frame and just moves out on a little nicer set of feet and legs for me, a little shorter in her toe, a little bit tracks on a little bit straighter leg than this beautiful July 15th heifer coming out in second. This July heifer uses her femininity or angularity to excel over this big, powerful heifer in third. She's a little bit cleaner about her head and neck and sharper in her shoulder. And carries that sharpness and cleanliness through her own structure. Taking nothing away from this big red heifer coming out in third. She uses her style and her balance and mass and straightness of top line, straightness over top to go over this well-balanced heifer coming out in fourth. Fourth over fifth, I just prefer that style and balance that she has. She moves out a little nicer to me on her rear feet and legs, handles a little bit, tracks a little straighter when viewed from the rear than this big, powerful, wide heifer coming out in fifth. Congratulations.
One building at a time.
Junior 3-year-olds to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, we need your junior 3-year-olds at ringside.
In the ring now for the Ayrshires are the spring yearlings, for those of you marking your catalogs for the summer yearling class. Entry 301 was 12, 302 was 8, 303 was scratched, 304 was second, Elmo Robinson Bumblebee, exhibited by Peter Vale. Entry 305 was 10. Entry 306 was 6. Entry 307 was scratched. Entry 308 was 7. Entry 309 was 4. Entry 310 was scratched. Entry 311 was third and second junior. Windcrest Jordan's Belfort TT, exhibited by Lily Carpenter and Allie Brooks Carpenter. Entry 312 was fifth, and first bred and owned. B3 Air KS Wonderfully Made ET, exhibited by Brothers 3 and Starlight Genetics. Entry 313 was ninth. Entry 314 was first and first junior. Kibunski, exhibited by Brady McConnell. And entry 316 and added entry was 11.
Judge Natzke has completed his placing in our senior 2-year-old class here in the Jersey Show Ring. Winning the Brandon Award is entry number 1407, Johnson 5 CC Band, exhibited by Trace Johnson and Kayla Trusta of Poplar Grove, Illinois. Placing third in the class and second junior is added entry 1408, Yearling Feelin' Fancy, exhibited by Grace Hanna and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Placing second in the class and first junior is entry number 1403, Hillacres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hefkin, Macy and Cameron Brothers, and Janalee Coleman of the Forest, Wisconsin. And winning the class and named Best Utters, entry number 1401, Iota Video Ella, exhibited by M.R. Holstein's Lindcrest Farms and River Valley Farm of Wahoo, Nebraska. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our senior 2-year-old class?
Well, another beautiful class of cows, and I think I have 2 cows that come to the top of the class quite handily for me today. That being said, I think the first cow just uses her advantage in width and strength and power. She's a heifer that just has more molar today. She has more depth in the spring to that forward rear end. And she's a heifer that's just more nearly level on her outer floor than our cow that we have in second. Second over third, she just uses her advantage in quality to her rear udder. She has more definition to her rear seat, and she's a cow that holds her top so much stronger when out on the move than this big powerful cow coming in third. Third and fourth was a closer placing for me. I just preferred The symmetry to rear quarters on the third cow over the fourth cow, and the cleanliness throughout. She's a cow that's more curving in her thigh than this cow in the fourth. Fourth cow over the fifth cow, she just uses that adapt to her rear rib. She's a cow that has more spring and openness to her forward and rear rib than this powerful cow coming off the fifth. Fifth over six is just on that width and bloom to her rear udder. She's a cow that has a lot higher, wider rear udder attachment than this deep rib. Really well balanced cow coming out the sixth. Congratulations.
There were 7 senior 2-year-olds exhibited in our Midwest Spring National Jersey Show. Entry 1401 was our class winner, and also named Best Udder, Iota Video Ella, exhibited by Enmar Holsteins, Lindcrest Farms, and River Valley Farm of Wally, Nebraska. Entry 1402 did not show. Entry 1403 was second in the class and first junior, Hillacre's Joel Mary, exhibited by Eva Hepkin, Macy and Kemin Brothers, and Janalee Coleman of the Forest, Wisconsin. Entry 1404 was seventh. Entries 1405 and 06 did not show. Entry 1407 placed fifth and won the Red Note Award. Johnson 5 CC Band, exhibited by Trace Johnson and Kayla Chestnut of Poplar Grove, Illinois. Added entry 1408 was third and second junior, Yearling Feelin' Fancy, exhibited by Grace Hannah and Ellie Firmstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Added entry 1409 placed fourth, Nixon Blues VIP Riley, exhibited by LMA Genetics of the Forest, Wisconsin. And added entry 1410 was sixth, Victoria's Shirley Temple, exhibited by Matt Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. Now in the ring is our junior 3-year-old class. Only 2 entries. Jersey exhibitors, I believe our judge is completing his placing in this class. We need your senior 3-year-olds at ringside. Jersey exhibitors, we need your senior 3-year-olds at ringside. And Judge Natzke has completed his placing in our junior 3-year-old class. Placing second in the class, first junior winning the Junior Red Note Award is entry number 1503, Delusions Dragon, exhibited by Matt and Elizabeth Bunst, Mara Buddy, and Jim Bailey of Hartford, Wisconsin. Winning the class is entry number 1502. She's also the Red Note Award winner, Johnson 5 Presto Viva, exhibited by Trace Johnson of Poplar Grove, Illinois.
Well, this new cows in this junior 3-year-old class, an extremely nice pair of cows, but I think when you start analyzing these cows, this first cow that comes to the top of the class for me, this on her extreme advantage in the way she holds her top line. Much more nearly level over her top line, has a lot more depth and spring to her forward rear rib. In addition, she's a little longer and smoother in her forward attachment. Taking nothing away from this recently fresh cow that's coming out in second. Congratulations.
Judge Danoff is making his final pull in the spring yearling Ayrshire class. Please have your winter yearlings on deck.
Once again, in our Jersey Junior 3-year-old class, there were 2 entries. Entry 1501 did not show. Entry 1502 was our class winner, named Best Udder and also won the Red Note Award, Johnson 5 Presto Viva, exhibited by Trace Johnson of Poplar Grove, Illinois. Entry 1503 was second in the class, first junior, and won the Junior Red Note Award, Delusions Dragon, exhibited by Matthew and Elizabeth Dunst, Mara Booty, and Jim Bailey of Hartford, Wisconsin. Now entering the ring in our Jersey Show is our senior 3-year-old class. Jersey Show exhibitors, Those animals competing for intermediate champion of the junior show and open show at ringside. Once again, junior Jersey show exhibitors. Following the senior 3-year-old class, we'll be moving into selection of intermediate champion of the junior show and the open show.
In the Ayrshire Spring Yearling Heifer class, placing third and first junior was Windcrest M.O. Jasper, exhibited by Chase and Jameson Pudwell, and Brooklyn Hollis and Amelia Salmonlinger. Placing second was entry 403, Maple Dell Kingsire Demi, exhibited by James Ward. And placing first and first bred and owned was J.L. Royal Ruby Stanley Beckett, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen.
Really quite a group of heifers in the spring yearling Ayrshire class. 3 or 4 heifers on the top. I think you compete at any level, but today for me, this heifer that wins uses her mass and her strength and style that she has. When she's out, she shows me more depth of both fore and rear rib, a little bit more spring to that rib, and maybe a little bit more openness and angularity in that rib structure as well. I also prefer that she's a little sharper over her shoulder and a freckle cleaner in the bone in her hot than this big, powerful, wide heifer coming out in second. Second over third is that width and strength and power that she possesses over this beautiful heifer, balanced heifer coming out in third. She's a lot wider through the chest floor, carries that width through her barrel and rump structure over this beautiful dairy frame heifer coming out in third. Third over fourth, just a little bit more drop and openness for rib structure. She carries her rump a little bit more level when she's out on the walk compared to this heifer coming out in fourth. Fourth, another nice heifer. Fourth over fifth, just a lot more size and scale, a lot more nicer through her front end, fuller in the crops and deeper in the heart than the powerful heifer that came out in fifth. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
For those of you marking your catalog in the spring yearling heifer class for the Ayrshires, 401 and 402 were scratched. 403 was second, Maple Dell Kingsire Demi E.T., exhibited by James Ward, Wittenberg, Iowa. 404, 405, and 406 were scratches. 407 was third and first junior, Windcrest Mo Jasper, exhibited by Chase, Jameson Pudwell, Brooklyn Hollis, and Amelia Salmonlinger from Burlington, Wisconsin. 408 was sixth, 409 was a scratch. 410 was fifth and second junior, Dreamville Gentle Winged E.T., exhibited by William III, Sarah Klasky, Emily and Charlie Nguyen from Seymour, Wisconsin, Bondwell, Wisconsin. 411, the winning entry and first bred owned was J.L. Royal Ruby Stanley Beckett, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen from Seymour, Wisconsin. 412 was scratch. 413 was fourth, and 414 was seventh. In the ring now are the winter yearlings. Please bring your fall yearlings to the deck.
Jersey Shore exhibitors are judges completing this lineup in our senior 3-year-old class. If you have a cow competing for intermediate champion at the junior show, she should be at ringside at this time.
In the Ayrshire show, we were waiting for entry 511. Please bring her to the ring.
And over at the Jersey Shore ring, Judge Natzke has completed his placing in our senior 3-year-old cow class. Winning the Red Nova Award is entry 1607. Big Time Victorious Kia, exhibited by Lily Johnson and Phil Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. Placing third in the class is entry number 1603, Crestbrook VIP Martina McBride, exhibited by Sarah Fitzgerald of Belvedere, Illinois. Second in the class and first junior is added entry 1609, Boss VIP Victory 1445, exhibited by LMA Genetics, Ava Ivy and Liv Hepkin of DeForest, Wisconsin. And winning the class and also named Best Udder is entry number 1601, Classic Fields To Be Famous Hazel, exhibited by Lauren Woolbridge and Elise Carpenter of Russell Springs, Kentucky. Congratulations. Kyle, your thoughts on our senior 3-year-old class?
Four really nice cows in the senior 3-year-old class. The pair of cows that come to the top of the class for me today. I'm just giving the advantage with the first cow. She's just so much cleaner and airier throughout today. This cow is so much longer in that head and neck, more curving in the thigh. A cow that has just a touch more quality to her memory system today than the recently fresh cow that's coming on the second. Taking nothing away from this cow in second, I think a cow that might be a different placing in 60 days. However, today she just needs to clean off a little more to get over the cow that's beating her today. But second over third, just use her extreme advantage in the way her tail sits between her pins and her tail head setting to place over a beautiful massive frame cow coming out in third. Third over four, she just uses that dap spring and openness to her forward rear rib to place over another balanced dairy cow coming out in fourth. But four extremely nice cows. Congratulations.
You marked your catalogs with us in the Jersey show. There were 4 senior 3-year-olds. Entry 1601 was our class winner and also named Best Udder, Classic Fields To Be Famous Hazel, exhibited by Lauren Woolbridge and Elise Carpenter of Russell Springs, Kentucky. Entry 1602 did not show. Entry 1603 was third in the class, Crestbrook VIP Martina McBride, exhibited by Sarah Fitzgerald of Belvedere, Illinois. Entry 1604 through 1606 did not show. Entry 1607 was fourth and won the Red Road Award. Big Time Victorious Kia, exhibited by Lily Johnson and Phil Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. Entry 1608 did not show. An added entry, 1609, was second in the class and first junior, Boss VIP Victory 1445, exhibited by LMA Genetics, Ava, Ivy, and Liv Hepkin of DeForest, Wisconsin. Now entering the ring are those animals competing for intermediate champion of the junior show. I'd like to thank our sponsor of our intermediate champion banner, New Heights Jerseys, Leah and Jason James, and Matt and Londa Lauber. course, we want to introduce those animals and their young owners that are coming into the ring competing for intermediate champion. From our spring junior 2-year-old cow class, first junior was entry number 1305, South Mountain Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by Hadley Burris, Bryson Denton, and Michaela Monk of Freona, Texas. Second junior in the class was entry 1309, Holstein Money and Opals, exhibited by Kemin of West Salem, Illinois. In our senior 2-year-old class, our first junior was entry 1403, Hillacres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hefkin, Macy and Cameron Crothers, and Janalee Coleman of the Forest, Wisconsin. Second junior in the class was entry 1408, Airly Freeland Fancy, exhibited by Grace Hanna and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Our junior-owned animal exhibited in the junior 3-year-old class was entry 1503, Delusions Dragon, exhibited by Matt Elizabeth Gunst, Mara Moody, and Jim Bailey of Hartford, Wisconsin. And in our senior 3-year-old class, our junior-owned animal was entry 1609, Boss VIP Victory 1445, exhibited by LLA Genetics of the Forest, Wisconsin. Congratulations to all of our junior jersey exhibitors.
Let's get these jerseys exhibitors a round of applause and juniors so we're bringing up quality again this morning. Impressive group of cows from left out here for us, but for me, I picked my 3 favorite cows of the young cow show for intermediate champion. The first one being the junior 2-year-old cow that you have to admire for that frame, depth and openness to the forward rear end. That cow that wears a beautiful memory system. The senior 2-year-old, a cow with an incredible udder. You have to admire the dimension on her udder, and a cow that's so clean and dairy dependent throughout. Then the senior 3, a cow that's recently fresh, but again has an incredible frame and walks extremely comfortably on her feet and legs. I'll go out and I'll select my intermediate champion, my reserve, and honorable mention in that order. For intermediate champion of the junior show, the senior 2-year-old that gets the advantage over the junior 2-year-old for me today, just in that quality of the mammary system, foundation of the mammary system. It's what takes her over the junior 2-year-old for reserve. Taking nothing away from this junior 2-year-old, a cow that I think has an extremely bright future. She's just a lot cleaner cut throughout. She's a cow that has a longer, leaner head and neck and is more curving in the thigh today to go over the recently three extremely nice cows. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of our 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Junior Show. She was first junior in our senior 2-year-old class, entry 1403, Hill Acres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hefkin, Macy and Cameron Brothers, and Jana Lee Coleman of DeForest, Wisconsin. Our reserve intermediate champion in the junior show was from our junior 2-year-old class, entry 1305, South Mountain Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by Adley Burris, Bryson Denton, and Michaela Monk of Freona, Texas. And our honorable mention intermediate champion from the junior show was our senior 3-year-old cow, entry 1609, Boss VIP Victory 1445, exhibited by LMA Genetics, Ava, Ivy, and Liz Hefkin of DeForest, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
In the Ayrshire ring for the winter yearling class, placing second junior and first bred and owned of the class was entry 501. Dreamvale Winter Wonderland ET, exhibited by Brooklyn Hollis, Jason Jaden Pudwell. Our winning junior was entry 512. Blackstone Pretty Reckless ET, exhibited by Isaac Verdogo. Placing second in the class was Cricker Farms Cheap Trick ET, exhibited by KC and C. Cruzy. Ellen Lee and A. Sammy Teeter from Dyersville, Iowa. And the winning entry is 506. Ram Air Won't Back Down ET, exhibited by Kurt, Michelle, and Cooper Wolf of Guttenberg, Iowa. Judge my mouth for your reasons.
Another nice class with the winter yearling Ayrshire right here. But for me, kind of a handy winner. She's got so much style and balance when she's out. She's a little straighter in her lines, a little bit sharper on her shoulder, a little bit more curving in the thigh. Shows me a little bit more openness and spring for rib structure as well. Taking nothing away from this heifer coming out in a second. I just prefer the way she travels on her rear feet and legs over this really nice cut heifer coming out in third. She tracks a lot straighter and has her throat more centrally located between her hooks and pins. This beautiful heifer coming out in third, such a nice dairy frame. She uses that dairiness and angularity to place over this big, powerful heifer coming out in fourth. She's sharper in the shoulder and a lot more open in her rib structure than this big, wide heifer that comes out in fourth. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors.
For those of you marking your catalogs in the Ayrshires for the winter yearlings, 501 was 4. Second junior and first bred and owned. Dreamvale Winter Wonderland ET, exhibited by Brooklyn Hollis and Jason Jameson Pudwell. 502 was second. 503 did not show. 504 was 10. 505 was 5th. 506 was our winning entry. Ramir Won't Back Down ET, exhibited by Kurt, Michelle, and Cooper Wolf from Wittenberg, Iowa. 507 was 9th. 508 was 7th. 509 was 6th. 510 was 8th. 511 did not show. And 512 was 3rd. First junior, Blackstone Pretty Reckless ET, exhibited by Isaac Verdogo.
Turn your attention over to the Jersey show ring. This time we'll be selecting our intermediate champion of the Oakland show. Our award sponsor for our intermediate champion is LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. We thank them for their generosity here today. We certainly want to introduce those cows that are competing for our title of intermediate champion. Our spring junior 2-year-old cow class, our winner was entry number 1305, South Mountain Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by Adley Burris, Bryson Denton, and Michaela Monk of Freona, Texas. Second in that class was entry number 1310, Milk Source Miss America, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics of Capano, Wisconsin. In our senior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry 1401, Iota Video Ella, exhibited by Enmar Holsteins, Lincrest Farms, and River Valley Farm of Wahoo, Nebraska. Second in the class was entry 1403, Hill Acres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hepkin, Macy and Cameron Crothers, and Janalee Coleman of DeForest, Wisconsin. In our junior 3-year-old cow class, our winner was entry number 1502, Johnson 5 Presto Viva, exhibited by Trace Johnson of Poplar Grove, Illinois. Second in the class was entry 1503, Delusions Dragon, exhibited by Matthew and Elizabeth Gunst, Mara Booty, and Jim Bailey of Hartford, Wisconsin. And in our senior 3-year-old class, our winner was entry 1601, Classic Fields To Be Famous Hazel, exhibited by Lauren Woolridge and Lise Carpenter of Russell Springs, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry 1609, Boss VIP Victory 1445, exhibited by LMA Genetics, Ava, Heidi, and Liv Hepkin of DeForest, Wisconsin. Congratulations to all of our Jersey exhibitors here today.
Well, it's been a really good young cow show and our Jersey show today. And I pulled out 4 cows that were my favorite of the young cow show. Junior 2, pair of senior 2s, and senior 3-year-old. I'm going to go out and I'll select my intermediate champion, and I will earn my reserve and my honorable mention in that order. This pair of senior 2-year-old cows come to the top quite handily for me today. But like I said in class, the first cow goes over the second cow just under extreme advantage and she's wind and power throughout today. She's a cow that just is wider in the chest floor, a cow that's more nearly level on her outer floor than this beautiful, pretty dairy cow for reserve. And reserve for honorable mention. On that nation moved to her memory system today to go over junior 2 for honorable mention, but I think the junior 2 cow, that you give her some time, she's going to have a fun show season as well. But congratulations to all these exhibitors.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of our 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Show. She's our winning senior 2-year-old. Entry 1401, Iota Video Ella, exhibited by Enmar Holsteins and Lindcrest Farms and River Valley Farm of Wahoo, Nebraska. Our reserve intermediate champion was second to her in that senior 2-year-old class. Entry 1403, Hill Acres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hepkin, Macy Cameron Crothers, and Janalee Coleman of DeForest, Wisconsin. Our honorable mention intermediate champion was our winning junior 2-year-old, entry 1305, South Mountain Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by Hadley Burris, Bryson Denton, and Michaela Monk of Freona, Texas. Congratulations. We'll finish taking our photos for our intermediate champion, and then we'll move right into our 4-year-old cow class.
America, one building at a time.
third. The third cow or the fourth cow just use that blueger udder, that went to her rear udder, and the advantage of having one more calf and another beautiful dairy cow coming off the fourth. For 4 exceptional cows, congratulations to everyone involved.
So again, if you're marking your catalogs with us, there were 4 4-year-olds in our Jersey show. Entry 1901 was second in the class. First junior, she won the Brennan Award and the Junior Brennan Award and was also named Best Udder. North Haven Casino Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Entry 1902 was third and second junior, Kid Rock Chartreuse, exhibited by Holt Mensendijk and Zach Danoff of Elizabeth, Illinois. Entry 1903 did not show. Entry 1904 placed fourth. Added entry 1905 was our class winner, Boss Joel Spicy, exhibited by Ryder Berry, David Peterstein, and Steinrich Jerseys of Paosta, Iowa. Now entering the ring is our 5-year-old jersey class. And at this time, as we're starting to wind the final turn of our Jersey show towards the home stretch here, we certainly would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge the volunteers that may have made this show run so smoothly. The ring and lineup personnel, Bob Trainer, Angela Davis-Brown, and Bob Hagenow. Show placings, Emma Voss. The official books, Cassie Miller, Caitlin Goldsmith, Danielle Brown, Angela Davis-Brown as well, multi-roles here. We'd like to thank our Wisconsin Jersey royalty, helping to present the awards. Our Wisconsin Jersey Queen is Ella Rotz, and our Wisconsin Jersey Princess is Ada Larson. So thank you to everyone who's kept the show running so smoothly. We'd also, of course, like to thank all of our show sponsors and the sponsors of the individual awards here in our Jersey show.
In the Ayrshire ring, our fall yearling members. Placing third was 606, Goodview Dynamic Gala, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen. Placing second and first junior was AJH Play, Mia Song ET, exhibited by Tom, Sarah, Caleb, Cole, and Carter Crucy, and Brock and Bull Morris. And our ringing entry is entry 608. Miss Fur Crest, Tri-Jaw Breaker, ET, exhibited by Peter Vale.
Attention Jersey breeders, the judge has completed his placings in our 5-year-old class. Your age cow should be at ringside. Each cow production cow should be at ringside.
In the Ayrshire ring, what a group of fall yearlings. Really impressive, these breeders and exhibitors to bring out so many high quality entries. But taking nothing away from the rest of her, this athlete that wins doesn't quite handle it for me. She's a picture of dairy strength. For me, a full-age athlete do here in the summer. Just so much length and stretch to her frame, so much width and openness to her rib structure. She uses that strength and openness and length of frame to play some of the really nice balance heifer with the big rib structure coming out here in second. This heifer uses the spring and openness to her rib, especially the rear rib, to play some of the really balanced heifer coming in third. I just prefer the way she has so much more openness, especially in the rear flank. Third over fourth, just the length of frame. She's so much taller, longer, more straighter in her lines, and this beautiful balance heifer coming out in fourth. The fourth heifer, I really appreciate the style and balance. She's so much, just lacks the size and scale to compete with some of those other heifers above her. She uses that style and balance and drop and openness to her rib structure to place over this big, powerful heifer coming out in fifth. Congratulations to all of our Ayrshire exhibitors.
We'll bring our Jersey show ring. Judge Nancy's completed his placing in our 5-year-old cow class. Placing third in the class and winning the Red Nose Award is entry 2001, Big Time Frankly Notable, exhibited by Matt Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. Second in the class and the Best Other is entry 2003, Home Ranch Malibu Viv 2, exhibited by Milksource Genetics of Capano, Wisconsin. And winning the class and first juniors, entry 2002, SB East Fulton Jaslyn, exhibited by LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Kyle, your thoughts on our 5-year-old cow class?
Those 3 cows in this class were 3 phenomenal cows in their own right. And for me today, the cow that's winning the class just does so on her mobility. She's a cow that walks so much more free around her udder. She's a cow that I prefer the set to her rear feet and legs, and the way her taillet sits in between her pins over a beautiful udder cow coming out in second. The cow in second has had 4 calves. Just like to see her walk a lot more comfortably to get over the cow that's winning today. Second over third in the closer placing, she just uses that extreme advantage she has of quality to her rear udder. She's way more defined in her crease and has more quality throughout her whole mammary system. But taking nothing away from this third place cow that you have to admire for that dairy strength. Congratulations to all 3 exhibitors.
Here are your catalogs with us. In the Jersey show, there were 3 5-year-olds exhibited. Entry 2001 was third and won the Red Nose Award, Big Time Frankly Notable, exhibited by Matt Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. Entry 2002 was our class winner, and first junior, SB East Fulton Jaslyn, exhibited by LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. And entry 2003 was second in the class, named Best Udder, Home Ranch Malibu Viv 2, exhibited by Milksource Genetics of Capana. Now entering the ring in our Midwest Spring National Jersey show is our aged cow class.
In the ring now for selection junior champion of the junior show. For the winter calves, the winning entry was 116, Airview Striker Warning, exhibited by Emily Moon from Bonneville, Wisconsin. Second was Old Bankstein PT Reckless, exhibited by Keaton Levi and Ivan Young at Fort Iowa. The fall heifer calves. Placing first was 2015 Redwood Reynolds Blitz ET, exhibited by Jacob Logan and Madison Harbaugh, and Tim Bush from Marion, Wisconsin. Second was 214 Ski Pal Ringer Josie ET, exhibited by Kel Phillips of Stephenville, Texas. In the summer yearling class, winning entry was 314 MS Kabuma Kiki, exhibited by Bradley McConnell from Marshall, Wisconsin. Second was 311, Windcrest Jordan Belfort ET, exhibited by Libby Carpenter and Allie Brooks Carpenter from Earth, Texas. In the spring yearling class, winning was 407, Windcrest Mo Jasper, exhibited by Jace and Jameson Pudwell, Brooklyn Hollis and Armella Samtinger from Burlington, Wisconsin. Second was 410, Dreamdale Gentleman Wing Fit, exhibited by William III and Sarah Kolosky, Emily and Charlie Noyen from Bondwell, Wisconsin. For the winter yearlings, winning entry was 512 Blackstone Printing Breakfast ET, exhibited by Isaac Vertigo from Portland, Oregon. Second was 501 Dreamvale Winter Wonderland ET, exhibited by Brooklyn Hollis and Jason Jameson Pudwell from German Valley, Illinois. In the fall yearling class, 605 was the winning junior, AJH, Play Me a Song, exhibited by Tom, Sarah, Caleb, Cole, Carter, Lucy, and Brock and Bo Morris from Dyersville, Iowa. The second place was 614, Kirker Farm Strike Crimson, exhibited by East Manolas, LMA Genetics, and M. Sprecher from Harvard, Illinois. For those of you marking your catalog in the fall yearling class, 601 was a scratch. 602 was 5th and 3rd junior. 603 was 9th. 604 was 7th. 605 was 2nd and the winning junior, AJH, Play Me a Song ET. 606 was 3rd. 607 was 10th. 608 was the winning entry, Miss Brookcrest Try Jawbreaker ET, exhibited by Peter Bale. 609 was 8th. 610 was 12th. 611 was 11th and first grade owned. Gunmar Raven Jim, exhibited by Jays, Jameson Hudwell, and Merrick and Gunnar Monson. 612 was a scratch. 613 was 6th. And the added entry 614 was 4th and 2nd junior.
Over in the Jersey show ring, Judge Natzke's completed his placing in our H-Cow class. Placing 3rd in the class and winning the Red Nose Award is added entry 2104, Big Time One-in-the-Mill Rosette, exhibited by Matt Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. 2nd in the class is entry 2103, Glenmar Dale Casino Token, exhibited by Tyler and Kevin Endress and Marty Kemin of Loganville, Wisconsin. And winning the class is entry number 2101. She was also named Best Daughter and was our first junior in the class. Torpedo Casino Finger Puppet, exhibited by Kinley and Lauren Young of Buell, Idaho. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our H-Cows?
Well, 3 nice cows in this H-Cow class, cows that have both stood the test of time and done it gracefully. But I think when you start analyzing these cows, the cow that I'm winning with, she just does so on the way she holds her loin when she's out on the move. She's a cow that I prefer the slope from hooks to pins over and the spring to her rear rib over this scale cow coming out in second. The cow in second, you have to admire for that width and boom to her rear udder for as long as she's been milking. She just uses that height to her rear udder, the way it blends into her body wall, and the width to her rear udder to place over another long frame, extremely dairy cow coming out in 3rd. But 3 impressive cows, congratulations to all these winners.
You might have your catalogs with us in the Jersey show. Once again, there were 3 H-Cows exhibited. Entry 2101 was our class winner, first junior named Best Udder, Torpedo Casino Casino Figure Puppet exhibited by Kemin and Lauren Young of Buell, Idaho. Entry 2102 did not show. Entry 2103 was second in the class. Glen Mardale Casino Token exhibited by Tyler and Kevin Endres and Marty Kemin of Loganville, Wisconsin. And added entry 2104 was third and won the Red Nose Award. Big Time One in the Middle Rosette exhibited by Matt Linehan of River Falls, Wisconsin. Now entering the ring is our Lifetime Production Cow class. There's only one entry in this class, Jersey exhibitors. That will be followed by our selection of champion bred and owned at the junior show, then champion, senior champion, and grand champion of the junior show.
In the Ayrshire ring here, we have the junior champion of the junior show. I've pulled out these 5 heifers that did well in their classes. I have the first place fall calf, first place summer yearling, first place spring yearling, and the first and second place fall yearlings. Great heifers that did well in their class, have adequate size, scale, strength, dairy strength, and a lot of quality. I'll go select your junior champion, your reserve, and your honorable mention, and please give them a nice round of applause when they do it. For me today, I'm going to win with this junior champion. Will be your first place summer yearling. She shows so much femininity and quality, angularity. She uses that advantage to place over your first place spring yearling from the junior show for reserve. Reserve for over honorable mention gets a little bit closer for me. I just prefer through the front end. She's a little nicer through the chine, a little sharper through the chine than this powerful, balanced fall yearling that'll be honorable mention. Congratulations to all of our junior exhibitors on a fine show.
The junior champion was entry 314, Ms. M.S. Kabuma Kiki, exhibited by Brady McConnell from Marshall, Wisconsin. The reserve junior champion went to entry 407, Windcrest No Jasper, exhibited by Chase and Jameson Putnam. Brooklyn House and Julius Santinger from Burlington, Wisconsin. Honorable mention going to AJH, Play Me a Song, exhibited by the Cruises and Brock and Bo Morris from Dyersville, Iowa.
Over in the Jersey show, we have our Lifetime Production Cow class in the ring with our solo entry. Certainly a familiar one. Entry 2201 is our class winner and named Best Udder, Highview Balin Journey, exhibited by Outsourced Genetics of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Judge, your thoughts on our Lifetime Production Cow?
Just one cow in a production cow class, but a cow that definitely could use some competition. A cow that you really have to admire. She's 8 years old, had 7 calves. Udder's still high above her hocks. Cow that just has such an impressive dairy frame. And that drop and spring and openness to her forward rear rib that I like to see. Just one cow, an impressive cow in her own right. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again to Outsourced Genetics with their winning Lifetime Production Cow, Highview Balin Journey. At this time, we'll be moving into our selection of senior and grand champion of our junior show. I'd like to thank the sponsor of our Senior Champion Award for the Junior Show, that's Outsourced Genetics. We thank them for their generosity. Certainly want to recognize those 4 cows that are coming into the ring competing for Senior Champion of our Junior Show. From our 4-year-old cow class, our first place junior was entry 1901, North Haven Casino, Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Fernstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Second junior in that class was entry 1902, MM Kid Rock Chartreuse, exhibited by Cole Mensendijk and Zach Danoff of Elizabeth, Illinois. The winning junior from our 5-year-old cow class was entry 2002, S.E. Colton Jaslyn, exhibited by LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. And our winning junior own animal from our age cow class is entry number 2101. Coqueto Casino Finger Puppet, exhibited by Kinley and Lauren Young of Rural, Idaho. Congratulations to all of our junior jersey exhibitors.
In the ring now for selection of junior champion for the Ayrshires, with the award sponsored by Family Affair Farm, the Borchuk family. Our winning winter cap was Miss Bootylicious Badonk, E.T., exhibited by Steve McDonald and Kurt Michelle Wolf of Guttenberg, Iowa. Second place was 112, Windcrest King Jaguar, E.T., exhibited by Windcrest Genetics and Trent Winger. In the fall calf class, winning entry was 212, ICA Barclay Alamo, exhibited by Abby Gehring. Second was 215, Redwood Reynolds Blitz E.T., exhibited by Jacob Logan and Madison Harbaugh, and Jim Bush from Marion. In the summer yearlings, winning entry was 314, Miss Kaboom's Kiki, exhibited by Bernie McConnell. Second place was Elmo Robinson Bumblebee, exhibited by Peter Vale. In the spring yearlings, it was J.L. Royal Ruby Stanley Beckett, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen. Second was 403 Maple Dell Kingslayer Demi E.T., exhibited by James Moore. In the winter yearlings, winning entry was 506 Ranmere Won't Back Down E.T., exhibited by Kurt Michelle and Cooper Wolf. Second was 502 Booker Farms Cheap Trick, exhibited by Cruzy, Lee and Salmon Tigger, Dyersville, Iowa. In the fall yearlings, the winning entry was Miss Furcrest Chai, Strawbaker, E.T., exhibited by Peter Vale. The second was AGH, Plenty of Song, exhibited by Cruzy and Morris from Iowa. Also winning the premier breeder of the Heifer Show, the award sponsored by Priority RAC, and the premier breeder of the Colt Show goes to Colin and Dawson Gamero of Blackstone Genetics. Please send someone forward to receive those banners. And the winning exhibitor for both the Open Show and the Heifer Show, award sponsored by Pride Rock Genetics and Milton Air Dairy, go to William and Sarah Kolosky and Emily and Charlie Nguyen from Bondwell, Wisconsin.
You can turn your attention over to our Jersey show ring. Judge Natzke's got the microphone and he's ready to name the senior champion of our junior show.
Well, not a big junior show and our senior show today, but an impressive group of cows in their own right. Let's give all these juniors a round of applause. I'll go on and I'll select my senior champion of the junior show, my reserve, and my honorable mention in that order. For senior champion of the junior show, it's quite handy for me today. This 4-year-old will be the senior champion. Just a cow that has so much more width and power and strength today than our 5-year-old cow. Taking nothing away from this 5-year-old, a cow that's recently fresh. I think if you give this cow 60 days, it's going to be a different story. It's a close placing for reserve and honorable mention, but I just just give the nod to the 5-year-old on the way she moves on her rear feet and legs, the way she walks around her udder over a beautiful rear udder. 4-year-old for reserve. 3 impressive cows. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Congratulations to our senior champion of our junior show. She was first junior in our 4-year-old class, entry 1901, North Haven Casino, Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Our reserve senior champion was a winning 5-year-old, entry 2002, SBP's Colton Jaslin, exhibited by LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. And our honorable mention senior champion was our second junior from the 4-year-old class, entry 1902, MM Kid Rock Chartreuse, exhibited by Colt Mensendijk and Zach Danoff of Elizabeth, Illinois. Congratulations. We'd also like to announce that our senior champion, North Haven Casino Geneva, is also our champion bred-known cow of our junior show. Congratulations.
In the Ayrshire ring here, I sorted out these 5 heifers that I prefer today from our young female show. It's really quite a nice bunch. Heifers that show me dairy strength, width, and the kind that I think that'll make great young cows in the future. I've had the first place summer yearling, real dairy feminine quality heifer. First and second place spring yearlings, a pair of really well balanced, adequate width and dairy strength. The winning winter yearling just shows me so much style and balance and strength. And our first place fall yearling, once again, dairy strength, just so much length and openness for a frame. I'll go out and select my junior champion, reserve, and honorable mention in that order. Please give them a big round of applause when I do. For me today, this fall yearling really puts it all together. This is the kind that I love to see come out here. These big yearlings that are so much dairy strength to them. She's feminine in quality, has length to her neck, openness to her rib structure, great width. She's well grown, very tall, long body heifer. She uses that length and openness to her frame to place over our first place spring yearling. First place spring yearling for reserve over the honorable mention. The second place spring yearling for the same reasons in the class. A little bit more depth and openness to her rib structure. Maybe shows me a freckle more cleanliness and the bone quality in her leg. A little bit more length and openness and cleanliness to the bone in her leg. But a really close placing for the same as in class. So champion, junior champion on the first place fall yearling. First place spring yearling for reserve. And the second place spring yearling for honorable mention. Congratulations to all the Ayrshire exhibitors.
Winning the junior champion honors is entry 608, Miss Herdcrest Drawbreaker ET, exhibited by Peter Vale from Englewood, Florida. And the reserve junior champion goes to entry 411, JL Royal Ruby Stanley Beckett, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen from Seymour, Wisconsin. Honorable mention goes to Maple Dell Kingside WT, exhibited by James Ward, Hindenburg, Iowa. It is after 4:30, so we'll be starting the cow show immediately with our spring junior 2-year-olds.
And over in the Jersey show ring, we've got those animals lined up in contention for grand champion of our junior show. We'd like to thank John Vale Jerseys for sponsoring our grand champion of the Jersey Junior Show Award. Certainly want to take just a minute to reintroduce these champions to you from our heifer show. Our junior champion was entry number 609, our winning fall yearling, Meat Manor Joel Cinnamon, exhibited by Audrey Dahl and Kaylee Gillette of New Franklin, Wisconsin. Our reserve junior champion was our second fall yearling, entry 604, Meat Manor Chocolate Chip Cookie, exhibited by Addison Goff of Hobbs, New Mexico. Our intermediate champion from our junior show earlier this afternoon was our first junior from the senior 2-year-old cow class, entry 1403, Hill Acres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hebgen, Macy and Cameron Carruthers, and Janalee Coleman of DeForest, Wisconsin. Our reserve intermediate champion was our junior 2-year-old cow, entry 1305, South Mountain Viva Las Vegas, exhibited by Hadley Burris, Bryson Denton, and Michaela Monk of Freona, Texas. And our just named senior champions, our senior champion is from our 4-year-old cow class, entry 1901, North Haven Casino, Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Bernstead of Westby, Wisconsin. And our reserve senior champion was from our 5-year-old class, entry 2002, S.B. Heath, Colton Jaslin, exhibited by LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. Congratulations to all of our Jersey junior exhibitors. It's been a tremendous junior show here today, very highly competitive in the open show. Judge Natzke, your selection for grand champion of our junior show.
Well, what an impressive junior show we've had today. Let's give all these exhibitors one last round of applause. I'll go out and I'll select my grand champion, my reserve, and my honorable mention for that order.
Ayrshire breeders, please bring your 3-year-olds. These cow classes are smaller than what's printed in the book. So make sure you bring your senior 2-year-olds and your junior 3-year-old up to the ring.
This 4-year-old cow, she's going to be grand champion of the junior show for me today. Just giving her an extreme advantage in width and power throughout. She's a heifer that just has a little more, or a cow that has just a little more strength today. And I prefer the levelness to her outer floor over the senior 2-year-old. Taking nothing away from the senior 2-year-old, I think a cow that has an extremely bright future. And she just uses her advantage in mammary system today to place over the 5-year-old for honorable mention. But 3 impressive cows. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Congratulations to the grand champion of our 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Junior Show. She's our 4-year-old cow, entry 1901, North Haven Casino, Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Brenstead of Westby, Wisconsin. She's also our champion bred and owned cow of the junior show. Our reserve grand champion was our intermediate champion from our senior 2-year-old cow class, entry 1403, Hill Acres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hebgen, Macy and Cameron Crothers, and Janalee Coleman of DeForest, Wisconsin. And our honorable mention grand champion is our reserve senior champion from our 5-year-old class, entry 2002, S.E. Heath Colton Jaslin, exhibited by LMA Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. Congratulations. We'll finish up with our photos from our junior show here. We'll move into our selection of senior champion female of our open show. Heads up to our open show jersey exhibitors. The champion bred known will be a lead-out class following our selection of senior grand champion. Once again, if you have a bred and owned award in the open show and you want your cow considered for champion bred and owned, that will be a lead-out class following our selection of grand champion.
In the Ayrshire ring for the spring junior 2-year-olds, our winning entry and winning junior is Miller Sharp Betty, exhibited by Port Lopez and Damro, Shoresburg, Idaho.
Only a single entry in the Ayrshire Spring Junior 2-year-old class. And really a quality entry. Shows great width, the run structure, beautiful run structure, tons of width, great slope. Rubber just fresh 30 days. Really has a nice shape to it, just needs to get some of the congestion out. But really a nice young cow.
In the ring now for the Ayrshires are the senior 2-year-olds. Please have your junior and senior 3-year-olds ringside.
Now entering the ring in our Jersey show are those animals competing for senior champion of our show. In the 4-year-old cow class, our winner was entry 1905, Boss Joel Spicy, exhibited by Ryder Dairy, David Petersheim, and Steinridge Jerseys of Peosta, Iowa. Second in that class was entry 1901, North Haven Casino, Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Anna, and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. In our 5-year-old class, our winner was entry 2002, SV East Colton Jaslyn, exhibited by Element Genetics of DeForest, Wisconsin. Second in the class to entry 2003, Homeridge Malibu Viv 2, exhibited by Monksource Genetics of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. In our age cow class, our winner was entry 2101, Placato Casino Finger Puppet, exhibited by Kinley and Lauren Young of Buell, Idaho. Second in that class was entry 2103, Glenmar Dale Casino Token, exhibited by Tyler and Kevin Andrus and Marty Kenyon of Loganville, Wisconsin. And our lifetime production cow class winner was entry 2201, Highview Balin Journey, exhibited by Monksource Genetics of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. These are the cows in contention for our title of senior champion of our open show.
We are still waiting for entry 1404 for the senior 2-year-olds for the Ayrshires.
This time, Judge Natzke pulled out his final 3 cows in contention for the title of senior champion for 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Show. Kyle, when you're ready, your thoughts and your selection of senior champion of our show.
Well, the numbers were not the biggest in quality. The numbers were not the biggest, but the quality was exceptional in our senior Jersey cow show today. Let's give all these exhibitors a round of applause. I left my 3 favorite senior cows out here for senior champion selection. The pair of 4-year-olds, beautiful balanced cows that were beautiful mammoth delivery system and walk on grates on feet and legs. And then this production cow, ultra dairy, cow that's had 7 calves and still has her udder high above her eyes. I'll go out and I'll select my senior champion, my reserve, and my honorable mention. For senior champion, it's hard to deny this production cow. A cow that's had 7 calves, 8 years old. A cow that still wears her udder high above her hocks, and a cow that's so ultra dairy, feminine. She just has a lot more drop to her forward rear rib than the 4-year-old today. Take nothing away from this 4-year-old. A cow that's recently fresh, and I think in 60 days it'll be a different story. She just uses her advantage in mobility to place over this beautiful udder cow for honorable mention senior champion. The honorable mention senior champion will also be named best udder of the show today. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Congratulations to our senior champion. She's our winning lifetime production cow, entry 2201, and no stranger to having her name announced in this arena. Heidi Bailey Journey, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics of Pecona, Wisconsin. Our reserve senior champion was our winning 4-year-old cow, entry 1905, Boss Joel Spicy, exhibited by Reuter Dairy, David Petersheim, and Steinridge Jerseys of Peosta, Iowa. And our honorable mention senior champion, cow named Best Udder of the Show, and she's also our champion bred and owned cow of the open show. Entry number 1901, North Haven Casino in Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Jersey Show exhibitors, scratch what I said earlier about the champion bred and owned being a lead-out class. We did find our champion bred and owned cow in our senior champion class. Once again, that champion bred and owned is entry 1901, North Haven Casino, Geneva, Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Fremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Jersey Show exhibitors are now selecting our grand champion female of the open show. That's going to be followed by our group classes. If you have a group class that you are wanting to exhibit today, please have those animals to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors are in the midst of selecting our grand champion. If you have any group classes to be exhibited this afternoon, those animals need to be at ringside.
In the Ayrshire ring for the senior 2-year-olds, our second place and second junior, the Still Dreaming Chauvinist Jazzwares, exhibited by Libby Carpenter and Allie Brooks Carpenter. And the winning entry, winning junior, and winning best udder is 1403, Moy Air R. Luminous E.T., exhibited by Allison Leo and Brianna Hartman from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Touchdown for your
Yeah, a nice group of cows out here in the senior 2-year-old Ayrshire class. This cow that comes out first, she just excels the class in her frame and dairy strength. She's a little bit taller to the point where there's so much longer from the nose to the tail. She also has an advantage in udder for me today. She shows so much length of her fore udder, a little bit higher and wider in the rear udder than this beautiful balanced cow coming out in second. Second over third, she just a little bit more depth and openness to the rib structure, especially the rear rib, and I prefer the way her fore udder ties it onto the body wall with a little bit more length, especially on the right side. Third over fourth, I just prefer the openness and drop to her rib structure. She shows me more depth and openness, both rear and fore rib. She also is a little bit, walks on a little bit nicer set of foot leg, tracks a little straighter when viewed from the rear than this young heifer that's coming out in fourth. Fourth over fifth just showed me a little bit more definition to see, a little bit more quality to her udders than the nice balanced cow that comes out in fifth. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
And over in the Jersey show ring, Judge Natzke's got his champions lined up for selection of grand champion of our show. Certainly want to acknowledge our sponsors. Our sponsor of our Senior Champion Award, presented just a little bit earlier, was Stadview Jerseys in Litchfield, Minnesota. We thank them. And our Grand Champion Award sponsor is Ma Brown Jerseys from Dodgeville. Thank you to all of our award sponsors here this afternoon. Those champions in contention for that title of Grand Champion are junior champions from earlier today from our heifer class. Our junior champion was our winning fall yearling heifer, entry 609. Bean Banner Joel Cinnamon, exhibited by Aubrey Dahl and Kaylee Gillette of New Franklin, Wisconsin. Our reserve junior champion was second in that fall yearling class, entry 604. Bean Banner Chocolate Chip Cookie, exhibited by Addison Goff of Hobbs, New Mexico. Our intermediate champion was our winning senior 2-year-old cow, entry 1401. Iota Video Ella, exhibited by M.R. Holstein's Lindcrest Farms and River Valley Farm of Wahoo, Nebraska. Our reserve intermediate champion was second to her in that senior 2-year-old class, entry 1403. Hill Acres Joel Mary, exhibited by Ava Hefkin, Macy and Cameron Crothers, and Janity Coleman of DeForest, Wisconsin. And our judges kept our senior champions here in the ring. Our senior champion, recently named, is our lifetime production cow, entry 2201. Highview Balin Journey, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics of Pequanno, Wisconsin. Our reserve senior champion was our winning 4-year-old cow, entry 1905. Joel Spicy, exhibited by Ryder Dairy, David Petershine, and Steinridge Jerseys of Peosta, Iowa. And our honorable mention senior champion was our second place 4-year-old, entry 1901. North Haven Casino, Geneva, exhibited by Grant, Grace, Hannah, and Ellie Bremstead of Westby, Wisconsin. Congratulations to all of our Jersey exhibitors today on an exceptional cow show. Judge Natzke, your thoughts and your selection of the grand champion of the 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Show.
Let's give all these exhibitors that brought the quality of cattle today one last round of applause. Quality has been exceptional all day long, and you can see that with the cows that I'm standing out here today. Before I go out and name my grand champion, I just want to thank all the exhibitors, the breeders, everyone in the barn that got these cattle ready today. I know it takes an army to get these cows ready and looking the way that they do and the way that they're presented as cows. I'm going to go out and I'm going to select my grand champion, my reserve, and my honorable mention medal. For me today, it's hard to deny the senior champion, the cow that's 8 years old with 7 calves. Cow that you just have to admire for that dairy frame. Cow with so much depth, springing openness to her forward rear rib. I'm just giving her an advantage in number of calves, over this senior 2-year-old, taking nothing away from this beautiful senior 2-year-old for reserve. Reserve and honorable mention get a little closer for me today. I just feel that the senior 2 just is keeping the quality to her rear udder a little nicer, a little deeper in that seam today. Has a little more drop and openness to her forward rear rib. But I think this 4-year-old's a cow that you give her 60 days to be fresh a little longer, you're going to have another story. But congratulations to all the exhibitors on a phenomenal Jersey show.
Congratulations to the grand champion of our 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Show. She's our senior champion, our winning lifetime production cow, entry 2201, Highview Whaling Journey, exhibited by Monk Source Genetics of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Our reserve grand champion was our intermediate champion, winning senior 2-year-old, entry 1401, Iota Video Ella, exhibited by Enmar Holsteins, Lindcrest Farms, and River Valley Farm of Wahoo, Nebraska. And our honorable mention grand champion was our reserve senior champion, the winning 4-year-old, entry 1905, Boss Joel Spicy, exhibited by Reuter Dairy, David Petersheim, and Steinrich Jerseys of Peosta, Iowa. Congratulations to all of our Jersey exhibitors. We've got just 2 more awards to announce before we move on in the show. Our premier breeder banner was sponsored by Johnson 5 Holsteins and Jerseys, and our premier exhibitor banner was sponsored by Hetz Embryo Exports. We thank those sponsors for their generosity. And both of those banners go to Linehan Jerseys, Big Time Genetics of River Falls, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
In the Ayrshire ring right now for the junior 3-year-old class, our winning entry and winning junior goes to Top Run Reynolds, who leads ET, exhibited by B. Hollis and J.J. Palua and A. Sammartino from Jordan Valley, Illinois.
One building at a time.
Just one group in the pasturing females. But cows that you all have to admire for their mammary systems and their long, clean heads and necks. Cows that look like they produce a lot of milk and could definitely use some competition. Congratulations to the exhibitors.
In the ring now for the junior show intermediate champion, we have our first place Spring Junior 2-year-old Miller Sharp Betty, exhibited by Court, Lopez, and Daniel. We have our senior 2-year-old, the first place animal, 1403 Moy R. Luminous Petite, exhibited by Allison Leo and Brianna Kirkman from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And our second place senior 2-year-old, Still Dreaming Chauvinist Jazzeress, exhibited by Libby and Allie Brooks Carpenter and Earth Nexus. We also have our junior 3-year-old, Top One Reynolds Reeds E.T., exhibited by Hollis Tutwell and Sam Linder from German Valley, Ohio.
Good to see you. You too. We'll see you. Are you coming already? Yes.
Kyle, your thoughts on our first dam?
Just one entry in the produce demand, but an entry that's extremely deserving of the blue ribbon. The cattle that wears a beautiful mannery system and a strong all-around effort to go with it. Congratulations to the exhibitor.
And as we see no other groups standing at ringside, I believe that completes our 2026 Midwest Spring National Jersey Show. Thank you to all of our volunteers and all of the help. Thank you to Judge Kyle Natzke, working through the class.